Regardless, it needs to happen because a vast majority of the American people believe that crime is out of control. Which is why I'm not surprised that CNN found out the hard way that this is how the American people feel when they interviewed a black woman in Chicago, and the reporter clearly didn't get the answer that she was looking for.
My first reaction was that this is a good thing. I think that the governor as well as the mayor should be on board with it just so we can get a bit more of security in Chicago the way that we need.
The crime has dropped since 2024. Do you feel like the city feels safer?
No, not at all.
2 weeks ago, they had 6 people murdered, and they had 24 people hit by bullets. Well, we're going in. I didn't say when, we're going in. When you lose, look, I have an obligation. This isn't a political thing. I have an obligation.
So President Trump vowed to send in the National Guard troops to Chicago, where 8 people were killed and 50 others were hurt in shootings this weekend. The city leaders remain defiant.
I'm aware that the President of the United States likes to go on television and beg me to call and ask him for troops. I find this extraordinarily strange, as Chicago does not want troops on our streets. I refuse to play a reality game show with Donald Trump again.
The Trump administration continues to try to use the real pain and loss of gun violence victims as a pretext for expanding his own power.
Zoe Lee, founder of Chicago Flips Red, joins us now. Zoe, thanks so much for joining the program.
Thank you for having me.
So they continue to say they don't need the president's help. Do you agree?
No, I disagree. Yesterday, what you witnessed was the useless 5. Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton, Attorney General Kwame Raoul, who we never see, Governor Pritzker, Tony Dwayne Preckwinkle, who's the Cook County Board President, and then we have Mayor Brandon Useless Johnson. They are very unconstitutional. They don't understand law.
It's going back and forth, covering every single murder that was happening. On weekends, detectives would send me a crime report letting me know all of the kids that were shot throughout the week. And every time I went to Chicago, the residents were pleading, please bring us help, please bring us help. But they say y'all don't need help, the leaders. So what's the disconnect? Do you hear the same thing I was hearing?
Yes, the disconnect is they are playing politics. They are playing the game. We're dealing with a progressive, democratic gang. I call them, they are the real gangster disciples, the city of Chicago Democratic machine. This machine has been like this for a very long time, and no one has ever challenged it except in 2023, when 22 million illegal immigrants came over from the previous administration, and 70,000 were placed in the city of Chicago, majority in our communities. The mainstream media does not help. Thank God for Fox, honestly, because if it wasn't for Fox, our messages would have never been out here for the world to see, to understand. It's big business. It's going to be big business because they are trying to make the city of Chicago a socialist, communist